Many thanks for joining us here on News Desk, and we can start off with the very first one, where staff of the Electoral Commission have resolved to call a nationwide strike on February 22 this year to protest poor service conditions. Now, Joy News has intercepted a copy of a resolution passed by the EC's Senior Staff Association on behalf of the entire staff, detailing a series of actions designed to cripple activities of the Commission. Now, they are hopeful the strike will put pressure on authorities to address their grievances. Now, they say, quote, all salary negotiations undertaken with the relevant institutions and authorities since 2012 have yielded no resolution. But let's get a lot more detailed explanation as to what really the causes of these issues are. And joining me in studio now with a lot more on this is my colleague Jahunyan. He's joining me now with a lot more detail. So, Jahu, many thanks for your time. So, really, what are the concerns of these staff of the Electoral Commission again?
Well, it basically comes down to remuneration. It's about salary. They're saying that they've had a lot of salary negotiations with the authorities, and so far it seems as if the negotiations are not coming to anything. They think they deserve more as employees of ECG, mindful of our economic and social security. They think that they also need to ensure that they have good salaries now, so that when it comes to retirement, they've made enough contributions to the pension scheme to allow them to live a more comfortable life during their retirement. They're saying that due to the continued low salary levels and due to the fact that they still do not have the kind of allowances that they expect as staff of the Electoral Commission, they are going to embark on a number of steps that will eventually lead to the 22nd February strike action that you mentioned earlier on. They're going to start on 8th of February, that is Monday, 2 weeks from now. 8th February 2016, the entire staff of the Electoral Commission is going to raise red flags at the establishments of the Commission across the country, and they're also going to tie red flags on the vehicles to show their dissatisfaction and their aversion to the current state of affairs in relation to their remuneration. Then, on 15th February, which is approximately a week after that, the entire staff is going to embark on a sit-down strike, as in they're going to show up for work, but they're not going to do any work. So it's basically 3 weeks. So first, week 1, we show our red armbands. With week 2, we do a sit-down strike. And if by week 3, they're still not getting the response that they feel they deserve from the authorities, from government, then they would finally embark on a full-blown strike on 22nd February. And this would be embarked upon by the entire staff of the Electoral Commission. So that is basically what their statement is saying.
Has there been any response whatsoever from any official of the EC or probably the chair of the commission?
Well, we are still waiting to see if we're going to get a response from an official response from the EC. I'm sure that people are putting together a press release as we speak, but we did contact them, and as of yet, there's no official response to this resolution that was passed on Tuesday, 19th January. The copy of the resolution, anyway, was copied to the Deputy Chairman of Operations, the Finance Administration Deputy Chairperson, all commission members, and the Headquarters Director. So the EC do know about this, according to the copy of the resolution that we have. But as to their response, we don't have the responses yet. But it's become quite typical nowadays when it comes to public sector workers in Ghana when they have salary issues, that they do these things, they announce a strike action, then you finally see the authorities come in, scrambling to get them to the table to discuss ways to resolve their differences. So I have a feeling that that is the way this will play out, because historically speaking, that is the way it has played out.
Interesting there. Many thanks for your time, Jahunyan. And Jahunyan brought us extracts of that particular statement by the Senior Staff Association of the Electoral Commission, and they're saying that they'll be embarking on a strike action by the 22nd of February if their authorities fail to heed to their demands. We'll be keeping our eyes on this, and we do have our people on the ground as well, monitoring events there, and when we do have them, we'll bring that to you. But away from that, one of the